Hi, Teresa McGallagher here again today with some suggestions for things that you can do to help you feel better during this sheltering in place, lockdown, quarantine period. This is my 12th video on tips and techniques. You can go to my YouTube channel if you would like to see some of the earlier ones that you missed. And today I'm going to talk about resistance. Resistance is something that all of us employ from time to time when we are not happy with the way that things are going, or we think things could be going better or differently. But unfortunately, resistance does not serve us. It doesn't make our lives any better. In fact, it makes us feel worse. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how resistance works at an energetic level to lower your vibration or raise your vibration. Now, Newton's third law of motion says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And energetically, the way that this works is that when something happens and you come up against it, and you don't like it and you keep pushing against it, that thing will keep pushing against you. So for example, if you're not happy with the shelter in place order for your state and you're resisting the fact that you have to stay home and you really want to get out, you really want to do things, and in your mind you keep thinking this isn't right, I don't want it to be this way, what you are doing is you are creating resistance against the situation, and there can be no resolution because you're pushing and energetically that situation pushes back and it's just a stalemate. Nobody can win. Carl Jung, the psychotherapist, said that what you resist not only will persist, but will grow in size. So how do we resolve this? Because we know what we want and we know what we like, and when things are in our way, it's only natural to feel a sense of resistance against that. Well, here's what happens when we resist. It puts us into a situation of blaming others, complaining about things, protesting things, resenting things or feeling resentful, or avoiding subjects, avoiding people, avoiding topics. And this is always an attack. Energetically, when you're blaming someone else for the situation, you are attacking them and you're creating this situation again. The answer is to accept things. And by acceptance, I don't mean resignation. I don't mean just throwing in the towel and saying, oh, there's nothing I can do, I'm a victim of circumstances, and just pretending that you don't care when deep down inside you really do care. What I'm talking about is a kind of surrender of the will, a kind of perspective that says, this is the way things are. Fighting, complaining, resisting, blaming is not going to make me feel better, and it's not going to improve the situation or solve the problem. Therefore, I'm willing to accept things the way that they are. And what you will find is that when you are able to accept things the way they are, it creates a space for change so that something different can occur. So the opposite of Jung's idea of what you resist persist is that you get what you want when you want what you get. This is acceptance. When you, at a thought level, can say to yourself, this isn't what I would have chosen, but I will choose to make the best of it. I will choose to find a way to be happy no matter what's going on around me. I will choose to see the blessings in this situation instead of focusing on the negative. This is how the miracle happens. This is when the miracle comes in, because suddenly you are no longer fighting against, but you have created an opening, a space for a miracle to arrive, and then things can shift very quickly. Unfortunately, you cannot employ this tactic in order to make something happen. So you can't fake it, in other words. You can't say, I'm going to pretend like the situation is all right in hopes that it will change and be the way that I want it to be. There has to be a genuine sense of surrender and acceptance in order for this technique to work. So this is what I have to share with you today. Acceptance is far more effective than resistance, and I hope you will try to employ this technique in your daily life and see what happens. I'd love to hear your feedback. Please feel free to leave a comment down below for me or subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know if you have any questions. Have a blessed evening. See you tomorrow.